If I say the word Afghanistan, the thing that comes into your mind is probably war, the Taliban, danger. That's the image the media has portrayed for years. But what if I told you that Afghanistan has one of the best cuisines in the world? So for the next 24 hours, I'm going to prove it. I'll be exploring Kabul, tasting its unique dishes, and showing you a side of Afghanistan you've probably never seen before. And the timer starts now. We're starting the morning with one of the most traditional dishes in Afghanistan, called chainaki. It wasn't easy to find the place since it's hidden in one of the many alleyways of Kabul's old market. But I finally came across this little restaurant where the owner showed me the whole chainaki operation. It's traditional Afghan meat stew that's slow cooked inside a clay teapot. The long simmering gives it a rich, hearty flavor while making the meat incredibly tender. The stew is made with lamb, onions, tomatoes, and chickpeas.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
And something new was created.
The broth is really absorbed the flavor of the meat, so it's so hearty and very warming dish. Incredible meal.
This restaurant has been running for over 80 years. Every morning, the cooking starts at 6 a.m., so make sure to come early if you want to try it yourself.
It's 1 p.m. in Kabul. It's time for lunch. But first, we need to exchange some dollars to Afghanis because my money ran out. And how do you change your money in Afghanistan? Well, it's pretty simple. You look for guys on the street that have big stash of Afghanis.
I was looking for the exchange when two Afghan gentlemen helped me exchange my money. To my surprise, they wanted to take me to try one of the most traditional dishes in Afghanistan.
What's your name? What's your name?
Khalid.
Khalid?
Yes, my name is Sohail.
Sohail.
We are authentic locals.
Okay, my name is Beck. Okay, I trust you guys. I feel the good energy. It's okay. Right, we got the money. We found some locals. Let's go eat some lunch.
They told me they'd bring me to the best spot in town. So we made our way through the old Kabul markets until we reached the restaurant. It was packed with people, and we had to squeeze our way inside before finally taking a seat on the ground.
Oh wow! Oh, that's so much, but this is the Kabuli pulao. There's a lot of food, guys. So much food. I don't think I'm gonna be able to finish this. In Afghanistan, each dish has to have some Afghani bread, and what you do is just take a piece of the bread and then you can stick it into the rice. So usually I do it like this, and you say Bismillah, right? And then you enjoy the food. And this is the Afghani version of cola. Just says cola, but it tastes the same like Pepsi.
Brand promotion,
Huh? Yeah, of course. They lucky I like cola, yeah. As you can see in Afghanistan, everyone is sitting together, everyone is sharing their meal, and literally everyone is doing the same. So many people right here as well, means it's a popular place. You eat Kabuli pulao every day or no?
No, once a week.
Once a week. You cannot finish the Kabuli pulao. Kabuli pulao is so much food. When you're gonna give it away to homeless people, this is what people usually do. You cannot waste food, so just give it away to someone that needs it more. I wanna try more food, so I'm not gonna force myself with this, but this is super delicious. I hope you're not paying for the food.
No. You are my guest.
No.
Just go out of there.
Guys, you can never pay in Afghanistan. This is an impossible task here.
If you watch some of my Afghan videos, you probably already know that all the food here in Afghanistan is served with bread. You can buy it literally on every corner of every city. It's usually easy to spot, with big window stalls stacked high with fresh bread. Some shops sell up to 3,000 pieces a day. It bakes in just a few minutes, coming out soft on the inside with a slightly crisp, golden crust.
And this is where they cook the actual bread, so they stick the bread on the sides. Can you ask them how many bread per day they make?
Approximately 3,000.
3,000?
Yeah,
3,000 per day? Wow. You the maker, wow. So he makes 3,000 breads per day. Thank you so much. Thank you. Huda Hafiz, thank you. Teşekkür, Huda Hafiz.
The time was coming to an end with the new friends I had made, but before we went our separate ways, we had to solidify our friendship with a dessert. And there's no better dessert in Afghanistan than ice cream, called yakh. It's made by hand using milk, sugar, and flavorings like cardamom.
So in a society where there is no alcohol, desserts have been perfected to the next level.
The result is light, creamy ice cream with a unique Afghan taste.
My tower is falling. How do you eat this without it falling? I'm afraid.
Straight it.
Oh. Wow, it's so good. Oh my god. If you want to try actual good ice cream, come to Afghanistan, habibi, not Italy. The guys are saying, yeah, put the cream like this on the tower, make it even better. Oh no. Probably have never seen this device before, but this is Afghani version of a fan. It's like a spinny thing turning around, so this is like a fan ceiling, but it's like a big box. Actually, I never seen this before in my life, so it's quite funny. I want to pay one time, please.
No.
One time, let me pay.
Our guest.
Everyone in Afghanistan pay for me. Let me pay one time.
No, bro. You are my guest.
One time, bro.
No.
I want to pay one time. It annoys me so much that I cannot pay. I want to pay at least once in this country. Let me pay.
Inshallah.
Tashakkur. It's time to say goodbye, and yeah, I appreciate you a lot. Maybe you have something to say for the world. Maybe you wish something for the world.
I wish to everybody in the world to come to Afghanistan and enjoy the delicious meals and the view and everything around us. The locals are just for you.
Yeah.
And we can help you go everywhere around. You're so friendly and we're open to see you.
There you go. This is Afghanistan, guys. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay, you have my number, yeah?
Yeah, I got
Okay.
your contact.
Have a great day then.
Have a great day.
Thank you.
You know, the biggest problem with eating a lot of meat is that it gets stuck in your teeth. But Afghans have you covered. Let me present you the Afghan toothbrush.
So I'm not really sure how to use it, but I think you first put like some saliva on it, and then you chew on it, and you can see it kind of becomes like soft like this, and then you can clean your teeth. Yeah, like this. I think I'll do it right. Yeah. But apparently this is sunnah in Islam. So basically, Muhammad also used to clean his teeth with this little stick. It's like something like fiddling with your wand.
To finish off the lunch, I had to grab one of my favorites, fresh orange juice. These stalls are literally on every corner here in Afghanistan.
Can you use this machine? Okay. Say, because I want a fresh. I don't want this juice from here, so I want him to make it for fresh for me. Cut up the beautiful oranges. Oh, why it's red? Yeah, like this. Some ice goes inside the cup. And this is the machine that they're using. Look at that. Oh, squeeze. Look at that. Assalamu alaikum. چطور هستین؟ جمعه مارادا. I think I met a mad Afghanistan. چطور هستین؟ Yeah, I feel myself why you come here, no?
Okay. Shalom,
Oh. Khuda Hafiz.
One of the most iconic dishes in Afghanistan is kebab. And if you don't try it during your visit, well, you haven't really visited Afghanistan.
How to find a kebab? It's quite easy. You can see them all around the city, and you follow the smoke and the smell. As you can see, there's so many sellers right here. They're making the kebabs. But I think I'm gonna choose this one. I don't know, it looks fanciest.
As always, most of the restaurants look the same, and every kebab is served with bread.
Let me show you how you eat a kebab in Afghanistan. So you take some bread first of all. Take some bread. This, you have a little piece. Then you take the stick of the kebab. You slide it out like that. And you have a little sandwich. A little kebab sandwich.
I continued my dinner exploration, and I couldn't believe what I saw. A Starbucks in Afghanistan. Wait, that's not a Starbucks. That's Beck, a fake Starbucks coffee shop in Afghanistan. Who would have guessed? I ordered a milkshake.
Well, you can't even fit this through the little window that they have, bro. Come on. Oh, it's like a banana chocolate shake. Oh, so thick and delicious.
and then headed out to the street to catch a taxi.
So we're gonna go for Mazan, try some Chapli kebab, one of the most famous things here in Kabul as well. Got the juice right here. Mazan, yeah. Mazan Chapli kebab. You speak English?
Not well, but you can't problem solve.
Okay, perfect, yeah. He say it's not enough.
You say you taking my movie.
I don't understand, bro.
پخش نمیکنه بریم تو کمکت بیچاره مخشی.
در کجا پخش
پخش نمیکنه. Says not shoot this movie in internet because see maybe my family and my friends see me too.
So why he come on the street to beg? In Afghanistan, you cannot play music because the Taliban has banned music. So you cannot go in a car and listen to music. What a sad life.
We struggled quite a bit to find the place since I had no idea where it actually is. But in the end, we managed to track it down and I went inside to check it out.
Assalamu alaikum. Chapli kebab. Chapli kebab. Yakh chapli kebab. Yakh naan, yakh chapli kebab. Okay? So this is how they make the chapli kebab. They have the patty right here. They smush it really good into a little patty and they slide it into the oil. And then it gets fried. So basically, chapli kebab is a fried burger version of Afghanistan. You want?
No.
You want? No, I buy you. I buy you. Buy you. Really? No? Okay. Let's take a look how the restaurant looks like. I'm gonna go sit in the corner right here. Naam, chast. Rahula. Okay. Nameman Mat ast. Yeah. Nice to meet you. You work here? Come here. Come. There's like little kids, they're shy. I just want to, hi bro, how are you? They are super shy to meet me, but they're little kids. I always try to encourage them. Hey bro, how are you? Come on, shake my hand, bro. Shake my hand, bro. Don't leave me hanging like this, bro. Come on, bro. There you go. Nice. Namast. Namchast? Nam? Isif? My name Matt. Nice to meet you. He also working here? Wow, here we go. Okay. Tashakur. He bring me a new cup. Tashakur. Thank you. So this is the Chapli kebab, guys. Look at that. We even have a little bit of lime, some paprika, and we have some chili peppers, spicy chili. Here's what you do with the Chapli kebab. As always, we have bread with everything you eat in Afghanistan. And remember guys, when you are in Afghanistan, you eat only with your right hand. So here's how you do it. Get a little bit of the Chapli kebab, and as everything, like a sandwich, you take some bread, take whatever you're eating, because there's no cutlery here in Afghanistan. You just eat it with your hands. It's so simple. So it's a spicy herb madness made from beef, so it's grounded beef. Inside we have some spices, some herbs, chili peppers. What's nice about it is that like you're eating like a crunchy burger. It's not dry. This one has a lot of flavor, guys. A lot of flavor. The bread makes it a little bit dry, so that's why you have the chutney. Chutney comes into your help as a partner in crime, you know. So you just take a chapli with the bread, and then you get a marvelous combination of flavors. No, an absolute 10 out of 10. Khuda Hafiz, thank you so much. Wow. You guys want to try some Chapli kebab? Come here on the street. No idea where, but my taxi is still waiting for me. Guys, this is a famous shop here for Chapli kebab. And the thing about it is that here in Afghanistan, you don't know which shop is gonna be really good, because even a small shop like this is apparently famous around the neighborhood, but you would never know. Look at how small this is. And here my driver took me to get some ice cream, and he said, wait here, I'll come inside and buy you. And he's going down there, he's gonna buy me ice cream. Bro, I love Afghanistan people. They're so friendly. They're just so friendly. They just buy you food and they don't let you pay, bro. Look at that, he's bringing me the ice cream. Okay, tashakkur. Wow. Look at that, so it's covered in peanuts, bro. Wow, so creamy. I thought I'm so full, but you know what they say, there's always room for dessert, so. And you ever wanted to leave Afghanistan?
No have good job. About that, the people have problem. This problem for why leave Afghanistan? If you have good job like before, I'm not ready to leave Afghanistan.
You like your country?
Yeah,
What is the minimum salary?
$200 maybe.
$200?
$200 and $300.
Oy. Wow, that's crazy. He was going so fast, literally straight to us, bro. Wow.
I have to leave most of our conversation out of the video, but a lot of people have lost good jobs after a new government came in power. So people like him are now forced to make a bare minimum working as taxi drivers.
Take, no problem. No problem.
Okay, thank you.
I'm happy. Thank you so much.
But it's not my house.
You take me everywhere, you show me around, good food, you buy me ice cream. I'm very happy. Thank you.
Wish you all the best.
Have a great day.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
You needed to take it.
No.
Thank you.
I hope that the next time you hear the word Afghanistan, you'll picture me enjoying kebabs, ice cream, and meeting the amazing people here. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, don't forget to keep exploring.